Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so I said a couple videos ago that I want to do some experimental art. But I've been thinking about it. So what kind of experimental art do I want to do? And I was like, you know what? I really enjoy my sort of cartoony style. And in its own way, it is not really the most experimental thing in the world, but it is kind of experimental, I do suppose. But I figured, okay, I really enjoy watercolor painting. But doing watercolor paintings like this kind of thing, it doesn't really look like how people who like experimental art like their art to look. I'm trying to get in the head of what quote unquote experimental art aficionados like. And I mean like colored art that looks like it was done by a child. Kind of. I'm kind of insulting myself here. Is definitely not up their alley. Unless it is. I could be completely wrong. Maybe this is right up their alley. And this sort of stuff is definitely more up their alley in my personal opinion. Fish. I think fish like this are more up their alley. Simple, cartoony, looks different than what other experimental art is. Because if you make experimental art that looks like other experimental art, well then guess what? It's no longer experimental. But here's my thing with this. I think this is really good, but it's got color on it. And in my personal opinion, from what I can tell at least, the whole sort of stereotype for the whole experimental art aficionados, they like monochrome. They like monochrome shit. That's what they like. They like monochrome stuff. And so I figured, okay, how can I make experimental art in the style I already do, but make it monochrome? And then I was like, well, wait a minute. I just got to do what I'm normally doing, but just do black instead of just some really bright color. And so that's all I'm going to do from now on. I'm only going to do monochrome works. No more color from me. All the watercoloring I do is all going to be black watercolor. That's all I'm going to do. No more other experimental stuff or anything. No more colors. Nothing. No more colors. Only experimental stuff. And experimental stuff means monochrome. Right? I think that's right. I don't know. I'm going to do more colors in the future, but I figured I'd do an experimental fish today, and it's going to be monochrome. So I'm just going to be using some black watercolor. I did do a watercolor video a little bit ago, so it's still wet and everything like that kind of thing. I'm doing 2 videos today because I want to. And so I figured might as well just use some of the black, and then I'm just going to watercolor paint it in monochrome and everything like that kind of thing. First off, before I actually, can start watercolor painting, no, I need to actually go ahead and sketch a fish. I don't think I'm going to do a fish the entire size of the paper today. I just don't feel like doing it. So I'm just going to do like a really small fish, like right around here or something like that kind of thing. Make it look like, maybe I'll do one like kind of like off center. I think I'm doing like kind of off center up here kind of thing. I think that's where I'm going to do it because, you know, off center stuff. Experimental people love that stuff too. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using a Pentel Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil to, draw the experimental fish I'm going to be drawing today. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and watercolor paint it. And then after that, I'm going to be using my Sharpie S-Gel gel pen to just go over the lines and make them just a little bit more distinct. And I'm going to be using my pencil click eraser just in case I want to erase anything if I'm not happy with it. But let's just go ahead and get some lead out. And let's go ahead and get to drawing. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the mouth just like that. I'm going to go and just have the bottom of the fish just going like that. I'm going to go and have the top of the fish just kind of coming like that. And I'm just going to do the tail just like that, I'm thinking. There we go. Perfect. I think that is almost all good. It's not quite what I wanted. So I am just going to fix this real quick. There we go. Perfect. And I am also going to fix this as well. I'm just going to make that a little bit more round, I think. There we go. I think that's a lot better. And I think that's just about it. So let's go ahead and I also want to fix this. I want that to be like straight down. Just like that. Perfect. And so now let's go ahead and just do an eye right here and an eye right here. And let's go and add some teeth. just like that. And let's go and add some fins. And I think that should be plenty. All right, well, there we go. There is the fish all ready to be watercolored. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up my watercolor set. I'm going to go and move my water over as well. And I'm going to go ahead and grab, I think, my Fundamentals Creative Mark, what is this, 6 shader. I'm going to go and get that wet because I'm going to be doing wet on dry today, I think. I'm going to go and grab some black, and I'm going to go ahead and get to it. And I don't think experimental people are going to care if the lines go out a little bit. If anything, that's just even better for what they like, in my opinion. Because, you know, experimental people who like experimental art, they have no taste in art. They have no taste in art. They don't care how it looks. They just want it to be unique. So I think, honestly, my art's just a winner right here. I think my art's just a winner. I don't really care if it goes in or out of the lines. Although it probably is a mistake to insult experimental art enthusiasts. While I'm trying to get them to buy my art. But hey, then it just makes the art even more experimental, right? Because then they're like, this guy hates experimental artists, so I'm just going to buy his art, kind of thing. I think honestly it's a better thing than not. I am definitely not doing this. I'm rushing too much through this fish. I am not going to lie. I'm definitely going to need to do a bunch more layers. I am just rushing far too much right now. But it is what it is. Experimental people love that stuff, right? I think. I hope. Yeah, I'm still struggling with like getting my black, like getting better at doing doing black watercolor. Though I will admit, it's hard. It's hard. I will admit, it is certainly not the most difficult. The lighter colors you go, the easier it is. That is for damn sure. And there we go. And I think, because this has like one really sort of like dark area, and I honestly kind of want to leave it like this. If I was doing my normal art, I would not be happy with how this is turning out right now. But since this is supposed to be experimental, I love it. I absolutely love it. Who cares? Who cares? It's experimental art. I don't give a fuck. So let's just go ahead and do more of that down here. Oh, perfect. That is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous right now. I think, and I ain't gonna lie, I fucking hate Andy Warhol. I hate him so much. This art right here is better than all of Andy Warhol's art combined. I hate him so much. I hate him. Absolutely hate him. Absolutely hate Andy Warhol. He's a fucking piece of shit. I hate Andy Warhol, bruh. And this art I've just done that I've spent the last 5 minutes doing is already better than all of his art combined. I swear. I swear. At least my art looks mildly unique. In my opinion, at least. Can't believe they call him a trendsetter. My ass. More like I copy everybody else in New York City type shit. That would be Andy Warhol right there. All right, and there we go. I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect. I definitely need to blend this a little bit better, though, I will admit, and I think I'm going to lift some of this color just a little bit. I don't want the tail to be significantly darker than the actual main body itself. And one thing I will admit I do have complaints about is that it's too smooth. It's too smooth. No. It's too smooth. I got to make it less smooth. There we go. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. That's a lot less smooth. And so now I'm going to go and dry off my brush, and I'm going to do some more of that. So my goal is to just make this just one sort of consistent look. And there we go. I think I have now achieved that with the tail. I do definitely want... Oof. There we go. And there we go. I think experimental artists are gonna eat this shit up. I ain't gonna lie though. I actually really do like how this fish looks. I think it's all done. I don't think I need to do anything else. I think it's just about all done. I am actually quite happy with it. I think actually I might want to go a little bit darker right here, but I think that is just about it. I think that's just about it. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and start going over all the details once it actually dries. Let's grab some more black. Perfect, perfect, absolutely perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. See, here's the thing. I'm actually really enjoying myself right now. Like, I know I'm shitting on, like, experimental art and stuff, and I'm just like, this stuff is total BS. Because most of it is. Most of it is. I'm really enjoying just not giving a fuck right now and just kind of being like, I kind of like how that looks. I'm actually really enjoying doing this right now. I ain't gonna lie. It really is just a lot of fun to not care about doing it properly and to just go for it kind of thing. I'm really, really, really enjoying it right now. There we go. I think that is all done. Yeah, have the front be light, have the back be kind of dark, and then the tail has some dark areas as well. I think that's just about perfect. I think that is just about perfect. I don't think there's anything else to it I want to do. So I am just going to go ahead and dry off my brush now. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking I'm planning on doing a lot more art like this in the future. This has actually been a lot of fun to do. This has actually been a lot of fun to do. I kind of just did this video for shits and giggles, in all honesty. I was like, haha, I can make fun of people who like experimental art because most experimental art is total BS and all that sort of stuff. And then here I am catching myself actually really enjoying doing this. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do more like this in the future. I'm really like, this is in my opinion one of the best fishes I've ever made, and I think it's just gonna get even better once I add the pen. I'm so happy with it. I really am. Like, this is not properly watercolor painted at all, but that's not the goal. I don't want it to be properly watercolor painted. I don't want it to have an even wash. I don't want it to have a nice wash. I want it to be messed up, and it looks fucked up, and I love it. I think it's beautiful in its own right. In its own right. I'm really happy. I'm actually, I know I've been shitting on like experimental. I like some experimental art, not Andy Warhol. If you even consider that experimental, it's not even experimental art, although people like to say it is. This is just, I fucking hate Andy Warhol, bro. Basquiat has better art, and I still have beef with Basquiat too, just not as much as Andy Warhol. I won't diss Basquiat. I won't just roast him in multiple videos like I have with Andy Warhol, because I actually do think he had better art. Although I will admit, the only reason he blew up is because he fucked Andy Warhol. Otherwise, he would have never blown up. But he's actually got good art, unlike Andy Warhol. So, hey, that's my opinion, though. That's my opinion. Alrighty, though. This is mostly dry. Let's go and start going over it with a pen. I am actually really happy with this fish, though. I actually really do like it, like, so much. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Like, actually, I'm more happy with this than most of the last couple drawings I've done. Like, I am actually really, really, really happy with how this is turning out. Just not caring, not giving a single flip, and frick, honestly, is so much fun. It really is just so much fun, and I'm enjoying it so much. Like, of course, I care about how it looks, but at the same time, caring about how it looks, but also not giving a frick, not giving a flippin' frick, is honestly so nice, and I really do like it. Like the sort of like blotchy, sort of black color. I love it. I absolutely love it. And honestly, I'm gonna have to be doing this so much more in the future. Like, I of course do want to know how to properly watercolor paint, because if I'm gonna be doing this, if I'm gonna be incorrectly watercolor painting, of course I wanna know how to properly watercolor paint too. But honestly, this is so much fun. And I say I wanna know how to properly watercolor paint. I could totally just be lazy and just do this from now on. I really do not mind. Learning a new skill? Nah. Learning how to use it incorrectly? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you really do it. Let's go and do the jaw now. I actually think this is one of the best fish I've ever drawn. I've been making fun of experimental art all throughout this video, but I actually really do like how this looks. Now, God, I hate this, because now I'm being hypocritical. I hate being hypocritical. But no, I'm serious. I'm really, really, really happy with this fish, and I love how it's turned out. And I hope you all like how it turned out as well. I really do. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to start going over all the lines one more time. I think I'm just going to start with the jaw. No, definitely expect to see a lot more art that looks like this. Expect to see so much more. I am actually really, really, really happy with how this turned out, and I really, really, really like it. I think this looks amazing. I really do think. I'm not even being ironic right now. Like I could totally be like, oh yeah, no, I think this is amazing just for irony's sake. But no, I'm not even being ironic right now. I actually really like how this looks. Kind of pains me to say because I've been making fun of experimental art all throughout this video. But this is definitely still better than fucking Andy Warhol. Oh my fucking god, I fucking hate that piece of shit person. What a fucking douchebag. God, he's such a fucking dick. Fuck Andy Warhol, bro. Actually, no thanks. But also, I just hate Andy Warhol. I think a better response would be saying, shit on all of his art. Actually, he might appreciate that. Oh, God. Such a fucking weirdo. Andy Warhol, that is. Alrighty, I think that's it. Oh, I need to go over the fins one more time. Alrighty. It's done. What am I thinking? Standing up, do I like it? Oh my god, I really do like it. I really do like it. Like, I know I've done watercolor painting completely incorrect in today's video. I don't care. I don't care. I am so happy with it. I'm so happy with it right now. Well, there we go. My first my first drawing in the series. I might do a series. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. This is the first drawing in what might be a series of me trying to do more experimental-esque art in my style. What do y'all think? Let me know if y'all want to see more of that. It's not really going to matter anyway because these videos are pre-recorded by quite a while. So I'm either going to have none or I'm going to have a bunch already recorded, ready to go. So I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all's opinion does still matter, though, of course, because if y'all don't want to see more experimental art, well, I guess I'll just have to make some anyway. And I'll just have to force y'all to like the experimental art. Boom! Got him! I guess that's kind of just proving... Okay, yeah, let me know whether you guys like this. Let me know where you guys like this sort of more experimental style in the comments down below. I'm just rambling right now. But, yeah, let me know whether you guys like this style. I am super happy with it. This, honestly, no joke, is definitely one of my favorite fish I've ever drawn. And I'm saying that after 10 years, just about, if not more, of drawing fish. This is top 5 for me. Easy. Top 5. maybe top 3. I'm really happy with it. I really, really, really do like it. I'm so happy with this, with this watercolor painting I did today. No complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you guys have enjoyed watching, of course, please make sure to leave some constructive criticism in the comments down below, and leave any tips that y'all have for watercolor painting in the comments down below as well. I do read all of the comments most of the time, so make sure to leave any constructive criticism or tips or anything like that you guys have down there. I'm probably gonna read them, probably. No guarantees I'll respond though. But make sure, of course, if you guys, as I said, leave constructive criticism, tips for watercolor painting, etc. Make sure, of course, as well to like, subscribe, check out my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my main channel, all in the description down below. My book is $12 on Amazon. Go buy it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you very much for watching, y'all. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little bit of just this little bit of a video of me just bullshitting around. And yeah, until the next one, y'all. Stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?